Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. We have been seeing Kanda Chapu Thalam up to sequence 8. Today we are going to see sequence 9, which is Tangu Tatha Dhimi Tatha Dhimi Tangu Tatha Dhimi Tatha Dhimi. Before I get into the sequence, let me begin this class with the Thirukural. எழுது என இறப்பான் எய்தும் எஞ்ஞான்றும் விழியாது நிற்கும் பழி. What does it mean? இச்செயல் எளிதென கருதி பிறன் மனைவி பால் ஒழுக்கத்தை மீறி செல்கின்றவன் எப்பொழுதும் அழியாமல் நிற்கும் பழியை அடைவான். What does Thiruvalluvar say? If a person approaches someone else's wife, the better half, thinking that it's easier to approach and for his own benefits, he will always be found guilty throughout his lifetime. He is very, very strong and assertive in this. Thiruvalluvar is very strong. It's such a bad act of a person getting into someone else's personal life. So it is about the character Thiruvalluvar talks about. With this good thought, I'll enter into this class today. Tam ki tam tam, dim ki tam tam, dit ki, nam ki tam tam, dim ki tam tam, dim ki. That's the notational way. Tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi. That is the paragraph. As you play in Rupaka Thalam, how we play? Tangu tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi. Here the adaptation is tangu tatta dhimmi, tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi, tatta dhimmi. The combination is 1.5 and 1, 1.5 and 1. For the 1.5 you play the Rupakam phrase, for the 1 you play the Adi Thalam phrase. So if you look at it, it's a relational. It is combination of Rupakam and Adi Thalam becomes Gandam. Very, very, like a Pythagoras theorem, 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. It's something like this. It's very coincidentally happening in this form. 3 plus 4 is 5. So that's a shortcut of Pythagoras theorem. The hypotenuse is a square plus b square is equal to c square. So that's the beauty. A square plus b square here is 3 square plus 4 square, 9 plus 16 is equal to 5. 25. So it's perfectly fitting 1.5 and 1, so nicely coined, and for a 5 it's a combination. Pythagoras theorem proves here. So that's why I always say music and mathematics is very, very, very interconnected very closely. Then the next paragraph, Kedada tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi. Last line, Kedada tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tatta dhimmi kedada kedada kedadaga. You just reverse the third line, tatta dhimmi you play first and then play the 1.5 piece, kedada kedada kedadaga. So how you are represented I will again express and I will play again. Kedada tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, tangu tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi, kedada 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 kedada. next paragraph. Talang tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi tang tatta dhimmi tatta dim tang tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi talang tatta dhimmi talang tatta dhimmi tatta dim tang tatta dhimmi tatta dhimmi tang tatta dhimmi tatta dim tatta dhimmi talang tatta dhimmi talang. Dimmi tatta dimmi tang tatta dimmi tatta dimmi tang tatta dimmi tatta dim tang tatta dimmi tatta dimmi. Tatta dimmi tatta dimmi tang tatta dim tang tatta dimmi. This is the sequence which is exactly somewhat similar to Rupaka Thalam, the adaptation into Kanda Chapu Thalam, which is a 1.5 on 1 beat combination. As I told you, there is a math involved in it. It's 1.5 is for Rupakam, 1 beat which is multiple, it can take into any of the beats. It tatha dhimi, takha dhimi, tatha dhimi, takha dhimi, tatha dhimi. It's part of the Adi Thalam. So 3 plus 4, 5. Pythagorean theorem fits here, and for 5 you can play this combination very nicely. There are many other phrases you can think about, whatever I have taught. You can try to build it into this pattern. And then I will have a review with you. How many of you can do many such tagadana datta dimmi tagadana datta dimmi tatta dimmi tagadana datta dimmi tatta dimmi junudaga datta dimmi tatta dimmi junudaga datta dimmi tatta dimikida datta dimmi tatta dimmi dimikida datta dimmi tatta dimmi tagadimi datta dimmi tatta dim tagadimi datta dimmi tatta dim janagada datta dimmi taka janagada datta dimmi taka. So you can play n number of combinations trying to fit into the structure with the vocabulary. That's the idea behind it. So I want you to try, but this is the vanilla in Kanda Chapu Thalam. I also wanted to cover one more mora in Kanda Chapu Thalam, which is a very traditional mora. I will just recite, just have it in mind. But anyway, as a part of my conclusion, I will go with another adapted mora from Adi Thalam, which I will teach as part of my reduction and mora and Gorwai. But before that, I was just thinking to tell you this more also. This is the granular form. To understand it better, I have told in Kanda Jati Ekathala. The trickier part, as I told you, Mishra Chapu and Kanda Chapu are a little difficult. You have to try telling this mora in Kanda Chapu Thalam. I will express that in Kanda Chapu Thalam. Tangidataka Tarikataka Tangidataka Tarikataka Tangidataka Talangadinda Tom, Talangadinda Tom. Tangidataka Tarikataka Tangidataka Tarikataka Tangidataka Tarikataka Talangadinda Tom, Tangidataka Tarikataka Talangadinda Tom, Tangidataka Tarikataka Talangadinda Talangadinda Tom, Talangadinda Talangadinda Tom, Talangadinda Talangadinda Tom. That's how you should tell. This is one of the classic mora, but I'm going to teach you a very adaptable mora from Adithalam, which you can easily remember in my next class, where I will be teaching you the traditional reduction, ferens, mora and korvai. So you're coming to the end of Kanda Chapu Thalam. I will also be reviewing the entire Kanda Chapu Thalam later after I complete the Kanda Chapu Thalam next class, and I hope you have understood this well. I will have a review for people, for students who have not understood wherever they have found it difficult. Especially my last class is very tricky class. It's a little tough class, but I wanted to make sure that where we are going to go, we're going to learn many such advanced classes. For that, these are all the base which I am setting for you. I'll end this class with Thirukkural, and I'll see you in the next class with some of the toolkits as a completion of level 2, as some of the toolkits, phrases for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will look at it, and then these all we will see in advanced classes how it can be coined, how we can make it as a shorter phrases, how we can make it as a sequence, progressive sequence. We will see all those. Pagai pavam acham pazhiyana naangum igavavam il irappan kan. Pagai pavam acham pazhi. What does Tiruvallur say in this? You will have the enmity, the papas, the fear, and also the guilt nature. All these will be permanently with you if you try to seek somebody else's wife by wrong means. He is very strong, and he is so angry about people who are having this loose character. So with this noble thought, I'm ending this class. I'll see you in the next class with the traditional reduction of Kanda Chapu Thalam, ferens, mora and korvai. Pranams.